Howdy everybody, and welcome back to BTD6. We're going to be doing another one of those videos where we cover how to play a tower well, right? I know I've mostly been doing single path areas, and that's probably what I'm going to keep doing for a lot of these, because that typically, unsurprisingly, is going to be the easiest way to use a strategy, right? Most of the time towers just excel in single path, so it's easier to kind of get a good view of what to do, right? We're going to try this map. As soon as I clicked on it, I have since forgotten what it's even called, I'll be honest. It's a decent map. I think we can defend this, yeah. We're gonna be trying to do bomb shooter today. Oh, I'm not actually sure if we can do this or not, I'll be honest. At least not like that, right? Like maybe what we want to do. Got a little bit more damage out here. And then that might be able to let us save. Set it to strong. Something to help reduce, yeah, the stack for Quincy. Now I chose Quincy as a hero instead of maybe something like Etienne, or there's a good few other towers you could honestly choose as well. Heroes, I guess I should say. But I like Quincy for this one. And you're probably thinking, why not Striker Jones? Camo detection is by far one of the biggest issues, I think. And having a tower that can detect camo without having to pay. There it was, I saw it. You guys saw it, right? Let's see if I can get it. There it is. There we go. Did you guys know that you could fit a bomb tower and a hero here? Because, I sure didn't. Now, what bomb tower are we going to use is the good question. We're actually gonna go top path. Who would have guessed? Well, do I want to go top path or bottom path? Right. Both of them are ideally DPS style, right? Balloon Crush also stalls. So I think what I really want to do, I wanted to do Balloon Crush, so I'll probably stick with Balloon Crush. However, what this is probably going to end up being is like a... Probably going to end up showing off the other tower a little better. Balloon Crush is definitely a support. More of a support style, so being able to assist another tower is a pretty big deal with it, right? So we're actually going to get a Wizard Monkey. Now, I think Wizard plus Bomb Shooter ends up being exceedingly strong, especially Top Path Wizard, right? But it's going to look like we're probably going to see Wizard getting the majority of the pops. But I think that's okay. Basically, once things get into this area, they shouldn't be able to sneak past it, right? And Wizard should do a pretty good job of getting us there, I think. We're going to go top bot Wizard. Basically, by wave 63 and stuff, some of the higher rush waves is when we're going to want to actually have the bomb tower upgraded. But a lot of this is going to be Wizard's doing. Especially hitting here, that's a pretty big deal. I'll go ahead and grab bigger bombs. Personally, I go faster reload, and I think that is definitely the better cross path for heavy or for Balloon Crush. Just because it ends up letting you have more uptime on your stun, you know? I don't know what exactly extra range does, if it does anything outside of extra range. I don't think it does, though. And then the frag bombs might add a little bit of stun, but I've never seen them be effective, right? We're gonna go with rapid reload and then missile launcher. And then we'll probably want to save for Arcane Mastery, right? When do we have our first camo purples? Because it's gonna be up to Quincy and the Wizard to take care of them currently. I knew our first purples came in here. Yeah, I thought we'd be able to handle them just fine. Really big bombs end up doing 3 damage, I believe. Heavy bombs do 2 damage. I'm pretty sure really big bombs do 3. Decent pierce. It's nothing outrageous, but as you go higher and higher, you do get more pierce. Maybe we actually do buy... No, we're fine. We're gonna buy Arcane Mastery first, because this extra range is gonna be a big deal. Yeah, and the extra damage is really nice into this early mid game. Mid-early game, I guess. More likely. Do you think we can save for 10k by wave 40? We might actually be able to. And if we can, it would probably be better. And then by wave 60 plus, actually by wave 49, we probably want to get Balloon Crush. And by the stun, not the crush. My bad. Balloon Impact. There you go. Right, because wave 49 is the first really big rush that can really topple you. It's too bad. You know, maybe I should have restarted this. Because I messed up on wave 7, right? I probably should have restarted and just gone for black border. If this works, if this strat works, I'll just redo it to get black border. Probably off camera. Because this one really should be. Is this the same tower, same statue that's in the dark dungeon? The one that spawns the orb? I'm pretty sure that is the same one. See, once we get to Grandmaster Ninja, or, whoa, Archmage. Archmage. What do you guys say? Archmage or Archmage? I've always said Arch, but once we get to Archmage, we will, we'll have Shimmer as well. So then our camo detection should be fully solved at that point. We get 3k in 2 waves. 38's worth a decent chunk. 39 is worth maybe 1k. I think. Maybe it's worth 3k. I don't think it's worth 3k. I'll be honest with you. We are surprisingly close though, huh? Yeah, just 1,000 off. That's not too bad. We will Quincy ability. Hopefully this will be enough. And if this isn't enough, but I think it is, right? Yes, it is. Okay. I was gonna say, if that's not enough, then we will just grab Balloon Impact real quick. We'll go ahead and grab really big bombs and then Balloon Impact. And then we'll just wait for a tier 5. We probably want to go for Archmage first. Just so we can strip camo purples. Moabs from 50 to 60 shouldn't be any issue just because of Arcane Spike as well. This guy is really good damage for his value cost. Alright. This area might not look very large, but it's... Seeing as both paths overlap, it's a pretty significant portion of the map still. Those were camo purples. And we're gonna have more of those. 62 is one with a decent chunk of camo purples. Or actually, maybe even too many. We'll consider it. We'll think about it. Could we fit a Shimmer Wizard up here too? Maybe if we spaced it better. And then if we can't do that, then we'll get... These are camo purples, okay. Get him, Quincy. We want to actually set Quincy to strong there so he doesn't miss any of them. See, we're so far away from Balloon Crush, we just don't even need to worry about it right now. It's not even on the mind right now, you know? Overall, I think this is a good strategy. What towers do you guys use with Top Path, Balloon Impact, Balloon Crush? Typically, I think Archmage is a really good, just staple to go with it, right? Apache Prime, any of the really high damage towers, but like, I think Apache Prime is probably too expensive for it. At least in Chimps. Might be able to get away with like a Desperado start. Maybe you could stall glue gunners, you know, stuff like that. Anything that could use more time, which is every tower, I guess. It really lengthens the effective range on the map, right? Or effective time on the map, I guess I should say. Especially with the increased knockback. You do have better group popping power with frag bombs, but I don't think that matters really. Especially if you're using a different tower as your DPS. And I thought this would be a cool map to show off the two of them together, just because Archmage can see through walls, right? So being able to see all of the start of the map first gives us a lot of opening time to really dig into to the bad guys first, the balloons first, you know? So by wave 62, we need to hit Archmage. Do we get 7 in 5 waves? 7k in 5 waves. We probably get close to it, right? 59 is a pretty high value wave. Is it gonna be bad if it looks like I said the way you play Archmage, or the way that you play Balloon Crush is by letting Archmage carry you? It really is an effective tower once it has to work. You'll see in the 90s what it really has to do, what it really has to offer, you know. This BFB total is worth like 800. Okay, I think we get the extra 1,000 from this wave to make Shimmer happen, right? Ooh, it's close. Ooh. Okay, there we go. And now that we have... Oh, are these actually not camo? Oh, they're not camo. Oh. Who even cares then, man? I thought these were camo. There are camos on this wave, though. Okay. This is wave 63, you know. One of those really dangerous waves. I would say Balloon Crush is destroying it, but I mean... It's not Balloon Crush doing it right now. But... I really think once we hit wave 90 plus, we'll see the effectiveness of Balloon Crush. I don't know. You think that this is a bad way to show it off? I don't think it is. I really do think, even though it has good damage, Balloon Crush, I think this is a, it's more of a support tower. It's like the most expensive support that you can get, but it buys you a lot of time, especially if you buff his attack speed later. Like maybe we once again, I don't know, maybe I could throw an Alk down or something. I was gonna say maybe I could do another overclock. I feel like I'm using overclock like on all of these though. You could, however, go Striker Jones instead if you're not worried about the camo detection. Say you do a different layout, one that gives you camo detection on maybe a different map. You can go Striker Jones, and that's once he hits 18 or 19 or 21 of those levels, he actually gives you a 20% attack speed boost to the bomb shooter. That is very significant for what we're talking about. On top of the fact that you can double the bomb shooter's damage. And you can pop all balloon types, so you can actually damage DDTs easily without having to worry about MIB or being a tier 5, because I'm pretty sure Balloon Crush can damage DDTs, right? I don't even think it'll matter due to having Archmage, but... Okay, this thing's already gotten almost 10% of the pops required to finish the map. Jeez. Alright. And by the way, since you can fit a bomb shooter with Quincy here, you can fit... That means you can fit Azili, Etienne. I'm pretty sure that means Etienne. And if that's the case, I'd probably rather fit Etienne. Typically. I found out I'm just a complete... I rely so much on Etienne a lot of the time. But, it's okay. You can get a Zealy, probably a Dora. A Dora is not too large. Yeah, there's 76. Handled it pretty well. 78 is the longest move in the game. It's not quite here, but that does have a camo rush, which typically we've that might be a little scary, but we've got Archmage, which will decamo. And while Quincy hasn't done much damage to all this, it is going to help. He is going to help, I guess I should say, once we get to the post 80s. Yeah, again, once you hit, like, a good tier 5, a solid tier 5, all the way up to 80 is pretty much solved, right? So, at wave 80, we're probably going to have, I'm gonna say 37,000. How about that? Maybe 40k, right? Okay, here's another good time showing off the purples. Like, Balloon Crush is keeping up with Quincy. Outperforming Quincy, even. 79 is worth a good chunk of money. It's why I thought we might be over. We might be at like 40k. And it's seeming like we might be really close to that. Probably one more rush at least, right? Yeah, this is the reinforced rush. Oh, we were right at 40k, huh? So from 81 to 83, we should get us up to 54k or so. And then, so before wave 90, we'll have Bloom Crush. And then we might be able to just ride it out. We'll see. I know that so far on all these videos that I've done showing off these towers, I have overestimated my bad popping power by quite a bit. And almost 3/4 of the pops come from... It's like 80% of the pops come from post-wave 80. Isn't that crazy? I said we'd probably be at 53 by the end of wave 83. And I'm getting pretty good at reading the numbers on some of these things, huh? Oh, we're over 53. Holy cow. 83 is worth that much? Okay. Just another 3k. That's probably 1 or 2 more waves. You can see Archmage kind of getting caught up on, huh? Does he hit through the walls with his shots? He might. I don't think you can get enough range. Not without Etienne. You need a... Yeah, because like... Yeah, that might be the range for range up. You could do it with like a village and a primary expertise. But you have to have an ice monkey on the outside to make that happen at all. How's Quincy doing? Yeah, he's outperforming Quincy at least. This seems really silly, the more I'm playing it, but... He is definitely impactful, but in terms of the cost right now, he has 1/5 his cost in pops. Now this guy has, what, 20 times, 15 times his cost? The value, you just don't understand, you know? Can you fit a village on this space? I don't think you can, right? Man, wouldn't that be sweet? Because of that, I guess we probably won't put down a support there, but that's okay. Yeah, so they handle the wave 90 DDTs pretty easily. You can already see he's starting to catch up and starting to help. There we go. Yeah, especially up in these corridors. There you go. Instantly very handy to have him once we hit the 90s. I wonder if he's hitting through walls. I can't tell. So we are about halfway through the pops. Oh my goodness, man. Whoops, I did not mean to remove that, but that's okay. We might end up wanting to have a bomb shooter, or a glue gunner from Moab Glue. Let's go ahead and get it. Because anything to help slow these things down might be really handy. Yeah. It makes the stuns even more effective, if that makes sense, right? Then I think we're probably good there. I don't want to, like, way overspend. I want to try to save some money. See how well we can do without blowing all our cash, right? Oh, you know, I'd be able to tell if he's hitting through walls because he'd be stunning the Moabs and stuff. And knocking them back, and he's not doing that. I wonder if you could get permanent lockdown with Striker Jones. Probably be pretty close, at least. Look at that shimmer go crazy on this map, dude. I don't usually ever go this deep into the map. I'm usually front, like really stacking the front of my maps. Yeah. With other stuns, you know, another thing you could do if you don't want to use this character, this hero, Quincy, you could maybe do a wizard start, or close to a wizard start, maybe something similar, right? Something to get you going. And as long as you don't fill that middle spot, you could fit Churchill. I'm pretty sure you can fit Churchill on this map. And Churchill says plus like 4 or plus 8 damage, whatever it is, to stun balloons. So Churchill gets a huge damage buff playing with this tower. You know? It's definitely significant. 40 or 97. This is one of the higher HP rounds in the game. Which is weird to think about because it's only 2 tower or only 2 balloons, but the ZOMGs have a lot of health when they're reinforced and scaled this far. And your performance on this is probably a decent way to tell how your performance is going to be against the bad, right? Because that's the fewest amount of balloons in one round as well. Before the bad. Within from wave 90 onwards, right? In fact, from 80 onwards as far as I'm aware. Like, I guess it ties with 84, I think? Okay, this is wave 98. We'll see if we get Pierce capped, because that's one of the big worries right now. But I don't think we're going to. No, we're definitely not going to now. Oh, we did! Oh, I was wrong! Well, okay. We'll try that one more time. Check if we could maybe use Quincy abilities, you know? In fact, we might be able to just use one immediately to help weaken things. And then as they kind of close in a little bit, maybe we'll use Quincy's ability. Stack up some damage, just a little bit early. Oh, we got Pierce capped again. Okay. That's okay, though. We'll just do that. We'll upgrade the glue gunner. A little bit more stuns. So he does get Pierce capped, it looks like, on wave 98, if you're not careful. Seeing as we've only got 1 DPS tower, though, I'm not too shocked by that. I'm hoping maybe the glue gunners can just help break things up a little. And it looks like it is. I lost? I didn't even see where something leaked. Well, then we're just gonna keep adding stuns. This could also be interesting because one side's now going to be slowed before the other. Let's see if that works. And then if we freeze everything, slow everything, then the Moabs can kind of come in at their own pace. There you go, this seems like it's a little better at least. Let them come in again a little slower. Okay, okay. That seems like it worked. Now, do we handle the reinforced DDTs? I assume we do, honestly. Yeah, especially with Balloon Crush. Okay. So it's just wave 98, and that's probably a difference of using Striker Jones or using a village, right? Both of those would help us quite a bit. This thing performed about as good as Quincy did. Honestly, with how I handled it, it really didn't even do... Probably could have done that as well. We will want to... Well, no, we should see if the, yeah. If you can pop the bad, then the Balloon Crush just stops the bad from escaping, you know. So that went mostly well, right? Could have handled wave 98 a little better. And while this... Honestly, maybe I'll retitle this. I don't know. We'll see. I was gonna do the primary monkeys first, so... But... You want him... Basically, the big deal with him is you don't want him outside of the range, you don't want him at the start, you want him in the middle of your pack, so that other things have range while he's stunning things. Right? He got the second most amount of pops, at least. So, that's something. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please do leave a like. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Wow, I'm just forgetting my outro. Do you guys know what percentage of people are subscribed? I think it's like only 8 or 9%. And leave a comment if you want to see a specific tower used. Next time, maybe we'll do another. We've already done one tack shooter. Maybe we should do Ice Monkey or Desperado. We'll do one of each of them, right? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.